Good morning, guys. It's my last day in Melbourne, Australia, and it's pretty windy right now. It's 16 degrees Celsius. I'll show the weather here. It's my last day, and here's just a few words of me. How do I feel when I'm about to leave Melbourne, back to my home in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur? Well, I don't know, man. It's pretty hard to say, but I felt like Melbourne is my home. Why? Because as a child, I grew up westernized, so English is what I speak mostly, right? Although my mother language is Chinese, I speak to my family, people here in Malaysia with Chinese and Malay. So yeah, I speak this language to other people, but I felt like English is my home language, right? On my first day in Melbourne, I felt very anxious, right? It's my second time vlogging here in Melbourne, and I was just so anxious, so scared of what people thought, especially it's a white country. And I thought people is racist. All these stereotypes came into me. But after the first few days in Melbourne, I immediately felt like home. I talked to the people here and do all this cool stuff with them, asked for their Instagram, took a few pictures with them, got their Instagram. And yesterday I even co-approached a girl that I find attractive. And although I didn't get her Instagram, I'm still happy that I did it. It's pretty hard to say, but I don't want to go back to Malaysia. I just really do want, because it reminded me who I was there. Before going to Melbourne, I was always anxious, scared to talk to people. And now in Melbourne, I've taken it to the next level, and I feel like I want to grow here. But at the same time, I thought going back to Kuala Lumpur is necessary, right? Why? Because I need to stay there. I can't be distracted at this phase, especially since yesterday the bank took all my money. Now it's at negative, and I don't know the reason why. I don't know if I'm going to able to pay for my business expense, but who knows, man. So my flight is leaving at 1 p.m. Melbourne, and I'll reach my home at around 11 p.m. my own time. So I don't know, man. It felt pretty hard, but do I have any regrets here in Melbourne? I don't think so. I took a lot of pictures. I became a kid, and not in a reckless way, but I pushed through my comfort zone. Look, it's so cold right now. Everyone is wearing long sleeve jackets, but here I am wearing these shirts. But I'm still glad that I didn't have any regrets here, but I felt this time just passed by. Like, I would suggest just go traveling if you're 18, 19, 20s. If you're not in a position where you want to be, of course go work, but if you're financially free or anything, go travel the world. You make so much memory and you can learn so much more. I learned so much in Melbourne, and later at the airport, since I have to wait for a few hours to board my flight, and in the plane the Wi-Fi is probably gonna be shits, I might as well just plan everything, the life I should be in, right? The habits, everything that I should be doing right now. Because in Melbourne and in Malaysia, there are few habits that are holding me back, and which is eating junk food, the most common one, right? I was adding all the good habits in, but I didn't cut any bad habits off. And I plan to make for my goal today is to cut the old habit off. Because in Malaysia, I don't want to go back into who I was. And yeah, for the first 1 to 2 days back in home, it'll probably feel so hard, I don't know, it'll probably feel so bad. Almost in every time I travel, when I return home, I will feel an itch into my gut, like, why did I return? Because the place feels small, my own home, and it feels small because I've outgrown myself, and going back to the place just reminds me into who I was. And the main goal that I did all of this business stuff is to travel the world, to leave my home, to see everything for myself. And I can say in this trip, as I've always said, I learned 10 times more. And what I just realized that I'm just going through a theory. I'll show you here right now. I don't remember the name, and I'll read it for you. It's called the reverse home theory. The more you travel, the stranger your hometown feels when you return. You come back expecting everything to be the same, but you change. Familiar place feels smaller. Old conversation don't excite you anymore. People you once know no longer understand you. Travel doesn't just show you the world, it changes how you see the place you started from. This theory is real, man. I've been to Turkey and China, and for the past few days, I left China with regrets, but although in Melbourne I did not leave any regrets with me, but I still feel an itch, bro. And my only regret in Melbourne is I didn't vlog enough. I didn't take enough videos because of my storage, but who cares? It's already been passed. So yeah, I'm going home today, and I guess for the next few months or years, who cares, man? I'll just put my heads down into working. Of course, I'll still socialize. I'll still talk to people. Go approach a girl I find attractive. And yeah, let the season begin. I guess it'll be gut-wrenching, but I'll still vlog myself going to the airport. And because when I made it, and looking back at this video, it just reminds me of how much I've achieved, and God, how much God has been with me through this. Because I did not achieve all this, I did not learn all this. It was the lesson that God put me through that I learned all of this. So yeah, all glory to the God. See you soon. Gotta eat. Peace.